and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you two of my best tips for tomorrow's racing. Now, before we get stuck into that, quickly just want to reflect on how our selections performed today. In the end, it wasn't a bad day here on our YouTube channel, as we had a next best winner over at Carlisle. We put up Bavingdon Bob last night at 3-1 for Tom Midgley and Anne Hamilton, and was a good winner on the end on his handicap debut, and I think he's one to maybe follow up next time. I was really impressed by the way he did it, and it'd be interesting to see what the handicapper does with him. The other selection that ran okay for us was Flo and Cadenza. We did put her up each way last night at 10-1, advertised with Sky Bet, who were originally playing 6 places in the race, but because they had non-runners, they dropped down to five runners. But it still means we qualify for a little bit of profit, as our horse did place the extra places as she finished in 5th place. So if you're back to the 10-1, that wouldn't have been a bad return there. So all in all, not a bad day here on the YouTube channel. The Nap Premium Access, I thought, ran quite well for a long way. I thought turning into the home straight, I thought he was going to go and win his race. But in the end, Almanar just had a little bit more turn of foot over the trip, and also as well was in the receipt of quite a lot of weight, especially as well from Kieran Buckley's £7 claim. So all in all, not a bad day, and hopefully we can translate some of that form into tomorrow's racing. So let's get into it then. 2 tips for tomorrow, and we're going to be going to the 1 o'clock race at Lingfield for my next best tomorrow. Now, I know this is only a 4-runner race, but I really want to take on this favourite here with my selection. Now, Carabino is the favourite for Luke Morris and Sir Mark Prescott, but this horse has been on the go for a little while now. Has been very impressive, obviously, putting up together a nice streak of wins. I think it's 5 in a row he's won, and he's going to be going for his 6th consecutive win tomorrow. But he did have a hard race earlier this week on Tuesday, I think it was, or it might have been yesterday actually, when he ran at Lingfield. He was given a hard race by Mick Appleby's Oslo, and he did really well to hold on in the closing stages. Now, I think that race might just come a little bit quickly tomorrow, and I know why they're running him, because he's well in with all the penalties and all that, and the handicapper hasn't had time to react to him yet. But I think there's one in here that could be a big danger, and that's going to be my selection, and that's Byford for Jason Hart and Ivan Furtado. Now, I was really impressed by his win last time out at Lingfield, where he actually beat Oslo, and he wasn't in receipt of that much weight. He was only in receipt of £1. So that was quite a good run, I think, that day. And also as well, the 2nd place horse, Charlie Arthur, came out and bolted up at Seville today. So that was a decent race last time for Byford, and he did it quite snugly, even though he only won by half a length or so. And I think he's still improving. He's still very lightly raced, and he was raised £4 up to a mark of 91 for that victory. But he does have to give away £6 to Carabino. But I think really he's had a little bit more time to get over it, and that form, like I said, has worked out quite well, and it's a nice form line as well through Oslo. So I think Byford represents a bit of value here at 5-2, and I just think that run, like I said, for Carabino might have just come a little bit too soon for him. And this Carabino, he does have to step up and trip, and he will need to produce another career best, but he's in great form, and I know Carabino is too. But like I said, I just think that run a couple of days ago for Carabino might just leave a mark on him, and he might have just wanted a little bit more time to get over it, considering he's had quite a few runs in the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm going to take him on tomorrow, and that's why Byford is going to be my next best of the day in the 1 o'clock at Lingfield. We then go to my nap at Sandown for the jumps card there, and we're going to be going for my nap here with a horse called the Flying Sofa in the 340 at Sandown. Now, this horse is trained by Gary Moore, and his son Jamie Moore is booked in the plate tomorrow. Now, this horse, the Flying Sofa, he's a really likeable horse for the galloping on the South Downs partnership. He always runs a good, valiant race, and to be fair, I think he's now down to a fair mark of 122. Now, he finished 4th on his seasonal reappearance at Fakenham, where the form's actually worked out not too badly. That was a race won by Admiral Barratry for Lucy Wadham. But yeah, if you look at that race as a whole, it wasn't too bad, because Karani of Nicky Henderson was a nice winner at Huntington a few days ago. And also as well, Golden Whiskey for Evan Williams had been quite an impressive winner on his last start at Ludlow. So there was quite a bit of nice form to that race. He ran subsequently in a jumper's bumper where he didn't disgrace himself against some useful types. So I think off a mark of 122 now, the handicap has eased him a little bit, which I think is a very workable mark, and I still think he could be a high 120s rated horse. Now, if you go back through some of his form last season over fences, it doesn't look too bad as well, because he bumped into Canelo, who's now rated in the high 140s, has been a good horse for Alan King this season in some good staying handicaps. And I just think there's a lot to like about this horse's chance tomorrow. That run over to Fakenham was over 2.5 miles, drops back in trip tomorrow, I should say, back to 2 miles. But I think this horse, the Flying Sofa, he's run about 10-3 but makes at the moment. I think he should be favourite for this race. So I just think he might have a little bit more to come off his handicap mark, and he's really versatile ground wise as well, so it shouldn't be a problem for him at all, the ground. So yeah, a lot to like about his chance tomorrow, and I think 10-3 is quite a big price for this horse, and that's why he's going to be my nap of the day, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet there. So quickly then, just recap the two selections. In the 1 o'clock at Lingfield, Byford is going to be my nap of the day, 5-2 1-point win only bet, and then in the 3:40 at Sandown we go with the Flying Sofa, and that's going to be a 10-3 1-point win only bet. So they're the two tips for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to my channel at LuckyLoaders15. Let me know in the comments box below what you're going to be backing tomorrow, and if you want to follow me on social media, the best place and the only place actually to follow me is on Twitter, where my handle is at LuckyLoaders15. And if you also as well want to know a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please game responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.